Greetings dear friends, Dragon here once again. If it's your first time stumbling onto the channel, then do please click that red button. First few arrivals for March. I'm still waiting on my releases from 88 Films and from Eureka for this month. Hopefully they'll come through pretty soon. The Odd Couple from Eureka and the two Shaw Brothers movies from 88 are the ones that I'm really waiting for myself. I see a few of you are getting your hands on them already. I'm very jealous. They look incredible. I will do unboxings when I actually get my hands on my ones, but this is what I have got through so far. A few posters which I don't normally get a chance to feature here. A couple of bits and pieces that aren't for me, for you guys, but we'll get into that in due course. So let's start with the Blu-rays first. We'll get some posters in a bit. Not that many, just a couple, mostly all second hands this time around. First one up is really one that I was pretty excited to get my hands on. First one through is Dynamo, my first release by Pearl River, which is Michael Worth's company. Michael Worth is one of the hosts of the spectacular The Clones Cast, a podcast dedicated to Bruceploitation movies. But this is the incredible Dynamo, starring Bruce Lee. Really, really cool. Directed by Hua Young, the guy who directed Super Inframan for Shaw's, amongst a host of other movies. Really excited to check out the special features, including there's a little featurette dedicated to the cover artist Ian McEwan, who does quite a lot of work for Arrow. He did the glorious covers for the female Prisoner Scorpion collection. Really, really nice. So yeah, intrigued to kind of get into that, along with a great commentary by Michael Worth, which should be pretty cool. I think he's also written the Bruceploitation Bible. He's one of my co-contributors to Eastern Heroes magazine, but it's really my friend Jason over at Martial Arts Theatre 3000 who's been telling me to get into both the podcast and these releases for a while now, so I finally listened to his good advice, and this is the first one that I've got through. But yeah, pretty damn cool. Really, really great. That was the first one. Second one up, another second-hand one, and this is filling out the holes in my Bong Joon-ho collection. This is the Mother. Pretty great. This is the American release, so the Region A release, because it looked like it had slightly better extra features on it. A movie that I have not actually seen all of. I think I've only seen about the first half an hour. But yeah, I was intrigued by what I saw so far, so looking forward to checking out the rest. Just a single little Blu-ray release. Last one, probably the most exciting Blu-ray in terms of presentation and packaging. Big fan of the Film Arena releases, and this is the Blu-ray release of The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick and John Bernthal. A nice little lenticular cover with Ben and John Bernthal. Very cool. They did do a 4K release of this as well, but I just got a second-hand version of the standard blue. As much as I said I was moving away from steelbooks, I ended up picking up another steelbook, but yeah, nice. The presentation on the Film Arena release is always really nice. So we get the steelbook, we get, that's just our little kind of back card, they're numbered of 1,000 normally, and then a series of different photo cards. Two little sets, I think some from kind of behind the scenes, and then do mostly seem to have centered on that one scene for the most part. It's a shame because there's some pretty great action in this. Intriguing movie. And great to see Johnny Bernthal in a feature film. He's very, very good. I know him more really from his work as The Punisher. Great actor. Nice set. So yeah, picked it up pretty cheaply. These Film Arena releases can be quite expensive by the time you factor in shipping, especially at the moment given our current climate. So yeah, that was the last of the Blu releases. The posters, a bit of a trickier one for me to show, so I'm going to talk about them a little bit and then I'll show you them big over here at this sort of side. So some of these came from Eastern Heroes, from my mate Ricky Baker. Do check the Eastern Heroes site. I'll leave a link down to that below because he's got some incredible examples of some really great classic posters. I've been slowly trying to pick up Shaw Brothers posters, kind of classic era ones, and that's what most of this bundle was. So this is following on from, I think I'd recently teased out that I picked up a second-hand copy of the Tales of a Eunuch poster, which came from Matt Rutledge. Thank you again very much to Matt. This time round I've been able to add out the poster for 5 Venoms, the Chang-Chi Classic, for 8 Diagram Pole Fighter, for Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang, the movie really that I am still the most hopeful for. We get a Blu-ray release at some stage, an absolute classic, Gordon Liu's directorial debut. And also Ricky threw in very kindly a poster for The Buddhist Fist for me, which is great. It's a treat. I haven't seen that since back in the Made in Hong Kong VHS days. Another one that would be nice to see a Blu-ray restoration for. Very, very cool. So that's what's in the first bundle. And the slightly smaller tube is actually stuff for you guys. This came directly from my buddy Kung Fu Bob, one of my favourite cover artists, the man who most of you will know for his spectacular work for 88 Films. But I picked up a few prints from him actually back when I still had the old channels. This bundle is going to end up being a giveaway when this channel, the new channel, reaches 1,000 subscribers. Going to give away these 5 posters, and these are all kind of Bob originals. Some that you weren't able to get original posters for when you got that release. So a couple that were not for 88 Films, but I managed to get his cover for Here's the East, which I think he actually did for RZA's live screening event on 36 Cinema, but really liked what Bob did for Here's the East. It's one of my favourite Lau Kar Leung movies, so I have a copy of that to give away. I have his glorious cover for the Shout Factory release of Sonny Chiba's Street Fighter. Really enjoyed the cover for that, and it's getting quite hard to find the slipcase, so that would be good to get a separate print of this to give away. And then the cover that he did for Arrow's wonderful Tom Mes book dedicated to the Lone Wolf and Cub series of movies. So this is his cover for that, blown up as a poster. It looks really nice. And again, there was no poster of this originally made when the book came out, so another little treat. And then the last few, just kind of some of my favourite of his 88 Films covers. So Snake and Eco Shadow and Dragons Forever. And that is the 5 that I got, kind of really nice. So those 5 all going to be given away when I reach the 1,000 subscribers milestone on this new channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're getting pretty close. I think we're hovering about the 820, 830 mark just now. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Guys, that's all I've been getting in this month. I will leave links down below to Ricky's Eastern Heroes store for any of his posters. I'll also leave contact details for Bob if you want to get in touch with him and order any of his prints. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take care.